All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces. Right. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Veterans React video. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. This is going to be there's a question that I've gotten from time to time, most recently on not having to do with veteran, just finance videos, not having to do with veteran stuff, but I figured it was a good idea for here because it was military related. Saying, am I upset that I did not stay in the military and retire? And what this video is going to be focused on is what is right for you, what what your goals are, because it's a different answer for every single scenario. Every single person is different and has a unique situation they're in, and it also depends on the job that you're in too. If you're like me, again, 2T2, the air transportation specialist. We work in all climates, all conditions, every single part of the world, from Niger, Africa, and AFRICOM to got Ali Al Salem, Kuwait, where I was, and you have Qatar, Afghanistan, Iraq. You have 2T2s in Antarctica. We're in New Jersey, so every part of the world, and I am not built for cold. I had to go through 3 winters at McGuire Air Force Base, and I hated every single one of them. I was in the snow. It snows in New Jersey a lot, and it snows from like December through March, and it sucks. I'm not built for it. I don't like it. If it's like, okay, like if you're a normal civilian world, like, okay, well, if you're working here, let's say you're working in Alaska, but you don't have to be in Alaska. You just move. No, when you're in New Jersey, that is the black hole. McGuire Air Force Base, you are stuck there. There are some people that get out, they come right back after that, going to Germany or going wherever. They'll say like, oh, what a lot of people do, well, BOP, basic preference. Say like, you know what, a lot of people go to Korea for a year. And then afterwards, they kind of pick their follow-on. They can go to wherever, Elmendorf, if they want to go to Alaska. Some people just want to stay in Korea. Korea's fun. Korea's fun as heck. And then they say, like, no, I want to go to Aviano, Italy. I want to go to Ramstein, Germany. Sometimes they say, due to the needs of the Air Force, we need more people back in McGuire. They're undermanned there, because we are undermanned at McGuire. And what happens? You do that year in Korea for nothing, and you go right back to McGuire. So, yeah, that happens. The military will mess with you. You will miss birthdays. You will miss weddings. So these are some of the negative reasons why it's probably okay to get out if you don't like, what happens if you don't like having that responsibility of, it's not like civilian life where, in a meeting, I can't believe I got to go to work on a Saturday. Like, I can't believe I have to go halfway around the world because I have a short notice deployment tour. That I have to put everything I was supposed to do the next few weeks, eliminate. I'm not going to be able to do them because I have to go train. I have to go shoot. I have to go this, and this. I have to out process, take over I have to do this in the next couple of days sometimes. And then that, meeting civilian world, I have to go on a Saturday. No, you're gone for 7 months. Life is completely turned upside down. And if you don't like that, get out. And again, sometimes it sucks. You're in one place. This guy, Sergeant Nolan, he was in McGuire for like 17 years. Felt so bad for him. But on the flip side, there are some people that they had one enlistment in the U.S., like one 4-year enlistment in the U.S. They went to Korea. They went to Germany. They went to Italy. They deployed here and there. They went to Guam. They went back to Korea. Then they went back to Germany. And they spent 20 years traveling the world. It's great. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. That's what the Air Force, I feel like, kind of used to be before. It was just like, and now it's a little more like, all right, you stay in one spot for a little while. And that's why I think, a lot of people get out now. You can't get away with a lot of stuff you used to back in the day as well. But and again, depending on your job, you could be a photographer. You'd be a photographer and just say like, okay, just get to travel and take pictures of stuff. I'll show you guys a picture of, on one of my next videos on, what they do and the pictures that they take, one of which was of me. It was really cool. It was really fun. And I talked to her like, how'd you get this job? She's like, I went in and they just gave it to me. I was like, what? So sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you get very, very lucky. You can be Air Force in a band. You can be the Air Force band. You get tech sergeant automatically. Bananas. Absolutely bananas. But outside of that, there's a lot of benefits to staying in, especially retiring. retire. One, you get a retirement paycheck. But that being said, 20 years, stay in, retire. You're going to have to work. You can't just be like, go in at 17. Oh, I'll get out at 37, never have to work again, day in my life. No, what you make is not enough to live on. You're going to have to work. So keep that in mind. You put in a grueling 20 years. Your body is destroyed. And you're still going to have to work after that. Now, again, depending on the job, depending on, rank you are, whatever. And again, I'm just talking about enlisted. Officers make a lot more money than we do for less work. Anyway, that being said, you could go 30 years in the military and then, most likely you won't have to work after that because, 30 years, let's say 50 years old by then, you got to get a pension. Yeah, probably fine. Probably ranked up really high too. You're not doing 30 years as, just tech sergeant. Probably going up to senior master. Outside of that, kids. Kids is something that I didn't have kids, don't want kids, not gonna have kids. I'm just still a kid myself, buying and selling Pokemon cards, make a living. And I've heard a lot of my friends that were in get the advice from older people and say like, hey, if you're gonna have kids while you're in the Air Force, have kids while you're in the military, because everything that happens, God forbid anything happens to the wife, or if you're a girl, happens to yourself, having kids, military takes care of all of it. That's what they do. If you get out, if God forbid something happens on the civilian side, and now you have this couple $100,000 hospital bill, probably just not. I mean, if that were me, I just wouldn't pay it. I was just like, all right, nope, send it to collections. I don't care. Kill my credit. I'm not paying that. I don't know what is wrong with my eye today, but that is one of the good things about being in. Now, getting out of the military, depending on your job, I got pretty lucky. I'm good with numbers. I like numbers. I'm good with finance. I got out in 2017, and I have $500,000 now. I'm sorry, I got out end of 2016 with a couple of $1,000. Got a job in finance, private bank. I got lucky because they were nice enough to let me open up my own company. I'll be a millionaire this decade. And part of the reason I got that job was because, you're in the military? Yeah, the guy that, co-owned, that private bank said, yeah, my wife was a Marine. And just absolutely you are going to have that thing, like, suddenly what you say has some clout. Suddenly your opinions and everything, like, just has some, and maybe it should. But, getting out, again, while you're still young and saving, you're saving your body a little bit, depending on your job. And you're like, okay, you have the opportunity to make much more money in the civilian world than you do in the military. Much more money. Now, also, that being said, there are a lot. I own 2 businesses, and I'm launching I'm partnered with YouTube. That is not an official business yet. I just made a separate bank account for it. Didn't actually make a business yet. But there are some days where I'm working harder than I was in the military, longer than I was in the military, and some days I still don't get that satisfaction that I did when I was 14 hours in the desert, 16-hour days on, when we have to do, the mission asks for it. On those days where I know I did something, I could walk home, it's like, I did work today, and, getting these, again, 2T2, putting stuff on aircraft, getting, everything sent out, especially deployed, like, I know I did my job, and I know what I did mattered. Like, I made a difference. Where sometimes, maybe, you don't close any deals on the, brokerage end for, high risk lending business, or, I'm selling Pokemon cards and making money, but maybe I'm not really being fulfilled. In the military, you definitely feel fulfilled. Maybe sometimes you feel taken advantage of, but you feel fulfilled. So retirement is great. You get a lot of benefits, so many good benefits. But you also you have to sacrifice a lot. You have to sacrifice so much. And again, depends on the job. That was 2T2 or 24-hour ops. So services, 2T2, security forces, all 24-hour ops, and it takes a toll on you, regardless of what you do. And then but you could be in finance and just be chilling, be like, I love my crew, I love text our, we're like family. We have barbecues. We do this. We do that. If you have a good gig, keep it going. Keep it up. A buddy of mine is also in photography. He said like, I had like a room inspection. When you're earlier in your military career and you live in the dorms, if you're not married, you have like room inspections. No drug paraphernalia. No anything bad can be in there. It's got to be clean. And a buddy of mine that was in photography said like, I just got like a note from my master sergeant saying, hey, hope you're having a good day. I like those pictures last week. Great job. Keep up the good work. That never happened in any of my room inspections. And not that I was this like dirtbag airman that just kept his room horribly like a tornado hit. I wasn't. I knew people like that. But that's just now again, like, is that first world problem? Like, wow, your supervisor in the military didn't tell you to have a nice day. It's like, okay, yeah, I get it. But it's really all about how you treat. If you're being treated really well, and you're not stressed, and you're not just like, if you don't want to get off work and you don't want to go drink yourself into oblivion, you're probably in a good career field. 2T2s, it's called AMC, Alcoholics Moving Cargo. That's the acronym that we made for it. I'm just letting you guys know the pros and cons of going through all the way through to retirement, whether it's 20 or 30 years, versus getting out after one enlistment like I did. And there are pros and cons to both. And at the end of the day, when you get out, it is hard. It is not easy to being told exactly where to be, what to do, when to eat, when to work out, have dentist appointments done for you, or like, scheduled for you, medical appointments scheduled for you. Hey, got to get this vaccine. Oh, all right. To go and then now suddenly none of your friends are there. You have to go to school with idiots and be lonely. That's the longer you stay in, the harder it is when you get out. So I hear. Anyway, guys, I hope this helped. Any other people, comment down below if you want to go over something else. I love you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I love you all. Goodbye. Meow, meow. Say bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi.